Hi, my name is Eric Gray. Let's take a look at fleet management in VCF operations. VMware Cloud Foundation provides IT teams everything they need to build, deploy, and operate a vSphere-based private cloud. VCF Operations provides admins with a unified and feature-rich operations experience, which expands upon the capacity management and performance monitoring capabilities of ARIA Operations. VCF Health and Diagnostics has also been adapted from Skyline. Private cloud operations and management, traditionally performed from SDDC Manager, is also now part of VCF operations. This single console spans workload domain deployment, the ability to perform an import of an existing vCenter environment into VCF, identity and access management, certificate management, password management, licensing, and much more. Recall that a VCF fleet can consist of multiple VCF deployments, which leverage common VCF operations and VCF automations instances. Let's take a closer look at the components of fleet management. Now that VCF operations is the primary administrative console that administrators use to manage the underlying VCF infrastructure and management components, a new section called Fleet Management conveniently groups related activities for quick access. In this section, administrators will find important configuration interfaces for essential tasks such as setting up VCF single sign-on, viewing and updating security certificates, patching and upgrading VCF components, and also managing administrative passwords, checking for configuration drift, and also managing tags. In the Fleet Management Lifecycle section of VCF operations, there are now consistent binary management capabilities for both VCF infrastructure and VCF management components. This is a very welcome enhancement that simplifies the process of downloading software binaries for patching and updating, as well as for new deployments of components and workload domains. Downloading from the online depot is the fastest and easiest path, but many customers have security policies or architectural requirements that must be accommodated by an offline depot. The VCF download tool can be used to create an offline depot for all components and is also desirable for sites that have multiple VCF instances. For customer environments that require proxy server support, this is available with and without password authentication. With VCF 9, we introduced a streamlined approach to managing your private cloud infrastructure. Let's take a look at some of the key components. First, you have VCF instances. These remain the familiar to VCF 5 users with a user-friendly interface within the VCF operations console. Here you'll focus on the foundational infrastructure components like NSX, vCenter, and ESX. VCF instances lifecycle management also features the well-known pre-check functionality, ensuring your environment is ready for upgrades or updates. Then we have VCF management. This new section acts as a central hub for lifecycle management of components like VCF automation, with the new fleet management appliance replacing the old ARIA Suite LCM. It also offers flexibility and control. You can leverage the online and offline depots to get binaries downloaded, and also supports proxy servers. Live Patch for ESX was introduced with vSphere 8 Update 3 and has now been extended to more of the ESX image, including VM kernel and NSX components, increasing the frequency that patches can leverage live patch technology. NSX components, now part of the base ESX image, can be patched using the live patch process without hosts entering maintenance mode and needing VMs to evacuate. If the VMX environment is being live patched, running VMs will perform a fast suspend resume. Live patch is compatible with vSAN clusters. Update releases, for example, Update 1 in the future, are expected to require a full reboot as the entire ESX system is being updated in that case. And hosts using a TPM or DPU devices are not compatible with live patching. The VCF operations fleet management serves as a lifecycle manager for management components, facilitating day 2 operations such as upgrades, certificate and password management, patching, scaling up and out, snapshot management, marketplace integration, and even Git integration. Fleet management provides lifecycle capabilities for operations, operations for networks, operations for logs, automation, and also identity broker. The overview page provides a single pane view of all of the features that are enabled. There are two types of depot configurations again, online and offline. Once the depot is configured, fleet management will download the manifest that's needed and display the available binaries for installs, upgrades, or patches. The Tasks tab displays all tasks executed by fleet management. Each task can have multiple statuses, and you can track the progress and manage every deployment from this page. This section also provides backup and restore mechanism for automation, identity broker, and fleet management itself. VCF 5.x can be upgraded to VCF 9 without a forklift upgrade. There's no complex migration or conversion steps. You can move directly to VCF 9 without any additional hardware investments. There's just three main steps you have to follow. Step 1 is update ARIA Suite Lifecycle. First update it to 8.18 patch 2. This will unlock the rest of the VCF 9 upgrade. It enables upgrade of ARIA Operations 8.18 to VCF Operations 9. And then this smoothly transitions your management layer to the latest version, setting the stage for a more streamlined experience. It also deploys the Fleet Management Appliance. This is a new management appliance for VCF 9. It manages and orchestrates all of your VCF management components. Step 2 is the SDDC Manager upgrade. Once VCF Operations is up to speed, you upgrade SDDC Manager from version 5 to 9. It's completed through the familiar SDDC Manager interface, making it a simple and straightforward process. And then finally, step 3 is the VCF Infrastructure Component update. This final stage involves a slight shift in management approach. In VCF 9, we move from SDDC Manager to the new VCF Ops interface for managing your VCF infrastructure components like vCenter, ESX, and NSX. VCF 9 introduces a significant upgrade to identity and access management, bringing security and streamlined administration to your private cloud environment. This new VIDB single sign-on service replaces the previous VIDM solution and is built upon modern identity provider technology. VIDB can be deployed in two distinct modes. First is embedded. It runs directly on the management domain vCenter server, so it offers out-of-the-box simplicity. Or you can opt for an external appliance cluster. This provides scalability and flexibility for larger deployments, where a single VIDB instance can support multiple VCF environments in the fleet. VIDB leverages the intuitive VCF operations interface for easy setup. For the external appliance mode, deployment is managed through the VCF lifecycle management workflow. Once configured, VIDB seamlessly integrates with the key VCF components such as vCenter Server, NSX Manager, VCF Operations, and VCF Automation. This enables centralized identity management and automatic single sign-on across all of your critical cloud infrastructure. VIDB supports a wide range of industry-standard modern identity providers, offering flexibility and compatibility with your existing security solutions. This empowers administrators with granular control over user privileges and enables role-based access for different VCF components. VIDB's simplified architecture no longer requires individual components to be configured separately within an identity provider, and that streamlines administration. Once VCF single sign-on is configured, you can take the benefit one step further and view multiple vCenter servers from different workload domains in a single instance of the vSphere client. Enhanced link mode must be broken and disabled before enabling VCF single sign-on, so then vCenter linking is the successor to that previous architecture. In VMware Cloud Foundation 9, we're excited to introduce a completely revamped certificate management experience, bringing both the infrastructure and management components under one umbrella. Administrators now have greater flexibility in their certificate management approach with the ability to leverage existing Microsoft Active Directory certificate services. They can utilize the open source SSL for certificate generation, or they can generate CSRs, certificate signing requests, for use with external CAs. One of the key elements in VCF 9 is the automatic certificate renewal functionality when using one of the integrated CAs. This streamlines the process, ensuring certificates are automatically renewed and replaced for compatible components, eliminating the need for manual intervention. The new certificate management infrastructure also integrates with VCF operations alerts, providing timely notifications about expiring certificates and upcoming renewals, enabling proactive management and minimizing potential disruptions. For organizations with high compliance requirements, VCF 9 also introduces the ability to issue signed certificates to VMware ESX hosts. This ensures that your virtual environment is compliant with the most stringent security standards, further bolstering your overall security posture. VMware Cloud Foundation 9 introduces a centralized and unified password management experience, simplifying and securing your VCF environment. The new VCF operations interface brings centralized control. Manage passwords for both infrastructure and management components from a single location. You will eliminate password rotations. With new service accounts for intercomponent communications, they're automatically provisioned and managed to eliminate the requirement for administrators to rotate and manage those accounts. The password management user experience has thus been simplified to two operations. You can update a password, which means reset a forgotten password through the interface, or you can remediate a password. And this refers to synchronizing a password that may have been changed outside of VCF on one of the components. That brings them back in sync. Integration with VCF operations also brings another benefit. Administrators will receive timely alerts when passwords are approaching expiration, minimizing security risks and downtime. When it comes to configuration management, admins face the challenge of enforcing global and regional standards as they struggle to manage configuration drift across host clusters, vCenters, and even SDDCs. The process is manual, tedious, prone to error, hard to track, and often requires them to use multiple technologies and interfaces. Unified configuration management within VCF alleviates these challenges by preventing misconfiguration from going unnoticed, reducing the risk of security breaches, and keeping the environment running smoothly by providing scheduled drift detection along with the ability to version control configuration templates. Tags can help you manage, identify, organize, search for, and filter resources. Prior to VCF 9, there were multiple different tagging and grouping solutions across vSphere, NSX, VROps, VRA, and that created some challenges, including tag duplication and even tag loss if VMs were moved across vCenters. Now that these solutions are all unified in VCF, VCF 9 addresses these challenges by providing customers with a unified workflow to create, manage, assign, and resolve conflicts without the need for them to manage tags in multiple locations.